So let me tell you a little bit about how I got into this. So I'm 61. It could be a long story, but I'll try to keep it short for here. So a pivotal moment I'll point to is the age of 12. And I can remember that I was standing outside my fifth grade class with other classmates and friends, and the guys were trading bicep flexes. And so, of course, I wanted to participate. I pulled up my sleeve, flexed my bicep, and nothing happened. It's like I had no muscle. And everybody else had these nice little round balls of muscle. And I was like, and they didn't laugh at me. They didn't put me down. It wasn't a humiliating experience, but a light bulb went on and told me, there's something there for me. I need to do something about this. So I started weight training. And with weight training, I first had that sense that through a daily practice or a regular practice, I could change how my body operated, how it felt, how it looked. And it gave me a real sense of empowerment. I started to get on to this idea of training. And it wasn't just training my body, but it was also an inner training. I learned how to concentrate and I learned how to feel inside my body. And those two skills, to concentrate and feel inside my body, are skills that then led me on to other mind-body training practices. And at the age of this next moment I'll point to is at the age of 22. And I took a month-long backpacking trip. I was from the East Coast, and I came out to Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and I hiked and backpacked for a month. And I can remember especially sitting out in the Canyonlands, which is a really kind of bleak desert environment. And I was really a city boy. I hadn't been out in the natural environment, just sitting there. In this environment felt very still, silent, open and clear, very spacious. And at first it was kind of scary for me. I was used to the activity of the city. I was used to my mind always thinking and always being focused on outer stimulation. So being out here, it felt like nothing was happening. And at first I was a little bored, then I was a little agitated, but then over the course of a month, this stillness and silence and spaciousness of the landscape started to have a profound effect on me. And I found that my body and my mind started to become still and silent and spacious. I felt this deep sense of peace. I felt this eternal sense of awareness, this just vast, open, boundless awareness that I'd never felt before. And I can remember flying home on a plane from that trip and having the feeling that, well, if I died right now, it wouldn't really matter. Death is just like this. It's just this transition into this open, clear, vast awareness that is profoundly peaceful. So I came back from this trip and I had this experience strongly in my body, but then I felt the jarring of the city and how different it was to be in that landscape. And I really had this strong desire to go back to that experience, but within my life there in the city. And so I was just about to enter into a master's program in philosophy, focusing on the phenomenology of consciousness. And as I entered that program, I thought, oh, this is a perfect way for me to explore consciousness and different states of consciousness. And at the same time, I started practicing Tai Chi. And in Tai Chi, I again had that sense of stillness, deep relaxation, a sense of oneness with the environment around me. It's as if the slow motion of the movements created a slow motion of my brain waves, my heart, my whole body. And so I found that Tai Chi could kind of transport me into that feeling of vast, open, spacious, peaceful awareness. And Tai Chi led me to Qigong and to Reiki and to subtle energy meditation, to Kriya Yoga, to heart math, and all these different mind body practices. And as I began to discover how to bring this awareness into my everyday life, I started to realize this isn't a state, it is the essence of who we are. It's just that we cover it over with all this thoughts and this busyness of activity and all these ways of thinking about life that create separation and tension and suffering. And so I became really passionate about sharing these practices with others and helping others to connect with this sense of deep peace and flow and awareness. And so that's brought me here to you today. I've been, for the past almost 40 years now, been sharing these practices and teaching them in a variety of ways. And so Vivaya Live is kind of my latest platform to share this all with you, and I'm really excited about that. So let's see. Here are some other ways that I share this practice. So I do meditation coaching, one-on-one coaching. So that's something you can also take advantage of besides these live classes on Vivaya. I've written a couple different books, Clear, Quiet Mind and Raising Our Vibration, A Guide to Subtle Energy Meditation. So those are available on Amazon and on my website, raisingourvibration.net. And I've also published over 100 articles on meditation and awareness practices. So really looking forward to sharing all this with you on Vivaya. And I really invite you to join me for these classes, for meditation coaching. I'd love to share this experience of subtle energy, awareness, deep peace, and flow with you. So bye for now. Look forward to seeing you soon.